What's going on, guys? It's me, Gemini Fan 2016 here, and today we have another model plane unboxing video for you guys. I hope you guys are excited for today's video. Super excited to get into this unboxing, so with that being said, let's see what we have here. So we have a box from Panda Fox Toys. I think I pre-ordered this week after this recording, more in particular, Monday. So the week of Monday, kind of like the first week of June at some point, so this is the time I was recording, while it's gonna be uploaded somewhere around next week, which is the second week of June. So, got a very special model right here, and yeah, I'm just super excited to have this because it's a very special aircraft, and I can go into further details about why I choose this model, but we're not gonna waste further time, and we're just gonna get started with the unboxing. So we're gonna cut through here, and yeah, so yeah, when well, it's a Gemini model. So when GeminiJets did announce this model, I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm just super excited, and once again, a very special model right here is gonna be coming. So as I take out all this, the flaps and this packing paper, oh boy, we have a very exciting model. But first, I do have my 5% discount code from Panda Fox. So here it is. It expires on August 3rd of 2024, and the code is 7 November 5 Echo Papa 3. So you can get that code filled in. But inside this box, we have a beautiful model, and that is the GeminiJets 1/400 scale American Airlines Airbus A321 in the PSA retro livery. Wow. Man, I've been looking forward to having her in my collection for a very long time. And once again, it is a special aircraft for me that I'm gonna be talking about why this aircraft is so special for me for a lot of reasons, and I'm just looking forward to unboxing this model. So the PSA retro livery is here in my collection, and I'm just overall excited to finally have it. And here's the GeminiJets 1/400 scale American Airlines Airbus A321 in the PSA retro heritage livery. What a cool aircraft I'm going to be having in my collection. I think this is my first ever American Airlines special heritage livery that I ever have. And what a great way to start off with PSA or Pacific Southwest Airlines. So beyond excited for this model right here. It's going to be a very special model for my collection. And yes, I did say that this model is very special because I did flew this exact registration, November 582 Uniform Whiskey, from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to Sacramento International Airport on June 24th, 2023, after the Airliners International 2023 convention. So, it's a sentimental aircraft, I will say. So, I was really fortunate to fly on this aircraft once again. That took place once again on June 24th of 2023 after Airliners International. And this aircraft was actually previously wearing the standard livery. So, yeah, while I was flying on that plane, it wasn't the standard livery, but then after 2 months or 3 months later, this plane was now painted into the PSA retro livery. So I didn't even know this aircraft was painted, or this particular registration was painted in this special livery. So as soon as I saw that registration, the registration that aircraft, excuse me, something I don't apologize guys. I think there was some kind of something that was in the table, but yeah. But anyway, so as I was saying, so I did not know that this registration was in this special livery. So as soon as I found out, I was like, oh my god, that is the exact registration I flew on. So therefore, very special plane, and nice that American Airlines painted the PSA retro livery on this registration, because PSA was really a big airline in California back in the 70s to 80s. So kind of had my fascination on PSA. So really cool airline, and yeah, they had a very cool business model. And if you want to see the flight report, then you can click on it. I'll show you the thumbnail of the video, and you can check out my flight report, and I'll also leave a card on the top right corner so you can check out my flight report. And overall, I really did a good job on that flight report, I'll say. So looking forward to seeing this model. So we're looking forward to seeing this model in person. So without being said, let's get started with the box review. So you got the GeminiJets 25th anniversary logo right there, 1998 to 2023, although it's already 2024. Made for collectors by collectors. You got the CGI image of the aircraft, Airbus A321 tiles, American Airlines. This is just your typical GeminiJets box, 1/400 scale die-cast small aircraft. Moving on to the side, so here's one side. Here's another side, a top side, and here's the other side. And moving on to the back area, the box. You got the aircraft right there with clouds in the background. You got the GeminiJets logo. You got their social media pages, and nice that they, well, technically it's saying twitter.com, but Twitter has then X, kind of like the new Twitter is basically called X. So yeah, that's the X logo right there, but it still says twitter.com. So you got their social media pages right there, as well as guest features right there. Highly collectible, all your bullet points right there. You got your American Airlines trademark right there, and the 2024 GeminiJets copyright label right there. And the item number of this model is AAL, or no, what am I saying? A GJAAL 2256. Whew, really excited to open up the pamphlet. I can't wait to see the smaller person. A very special aircraft right there. Here we go. Man, what a beauty she is. What a beauty. I don't even have words. Don't even have words. And here's the description of the A321 and this particular aircraft, so you can pause and read. And yeah, it goes through awesome information right here. And let's get started with the unboxing. So, yeah, I don't think it's been a while since I last ordered like a GeminiJets Airbus A320 family model. I understand that their A320 family is kind of like my least favorite most from them, but there's some parts that are good, especially with this model here since it has IAE engines, which I think I'll go over the IAE engines in a quick moment. So, here we go. So I take it out, see it's in that box, the cradle, as I take out all the plastic and stuff. Whew, PSA. Man. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. So as the wings are good, horizontal stabilizers, and the tail. There she is. Man. Oh man, the aircraft I've flown on, I finally have her in model form. I don't even have words. I don't really have words, but thank you, GeminiJets. Thank you so much. Really looking forward to seeing this model in my collection, like in a couple of airport updates, but I'm just very happy that she has finally arrived in Taken. A very special model right here. Special registration. Really fortunate to fly her, and I'm really fortunate to have a 1/400 model out of her. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have the GeminiJets 1/400 scale American Airlines Airbus A321 in the PSA Retro Heritage livery. I don't really have words about this model. This model looks absolutely good, and I think GeminiJets did a fantastic job on this model. I don't really have words, but I'm just super fortunate that she has came in tech and special registration right here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really have words. But I'm happy to finally have her in my collection. So, anyway, so we're gonna get started with a review of the model. So you got the cockpit windows right there, and then you got the nose shape of the aircraft. Personally, I still think that GeminiJets still need to work on the nose of the aircraft, but I think that's about okay. I think it's kind of like okay for what it is. I think there still needs some improvement on the nose as I bring the nose on top. Yeah, it kind of does look a bit pointy, unlike rounded, so I think GeminiJets still need to work on the nose of the A320 family. So, other than that, I think it's okay. You got the black nose right there, and then you got the smile, which is one of the characteristics of Pacific Southwest Airlines' livery, so they always have like the smile, so I like how that's replicated here on this Airbus A321. You got the orange and red cheek lights right there, that represents the PSA livery. You got your L1 boarding door along with the top antenna, and then you got your nose landing gear with the nose landing gear door containing part of the registration. You got some stack ports right there, and then you also got some peanut tube set right there. And then moving on to this side, this is where American Airlines' Kodiak product would be. And then you got the American Airlines tails. There's your L2 door. I think this can also act as an L2 boarding door as well, so that's really interesting right there. Moving on to the middle section of the aircraft, you got your IAE V2500 engines, which this is one thing I do like about GeminiJets' IAE A321 molds. They are perfectly represented, like, what am I saying? They are well proportional in size. Yes, that's what I meant to say. So they are well proportional in size, and as you can see, look at that. That's really effort-based for GeminiJets. So glad that they managed to keep the IAE engine size perfectly, but they still need to fix their CFM engines on their Airbus A320 families. So that's kind of like the downside for many of GeminiJets, is if they ever like do one with CFM engines. So yeah, that's that. There's your LC door right there. Next up, you got the nose landing gear door containing all your various characteristics of the main landing gear. I think I accidentally said nose landing gear, but this is the main landing gear. Here's your fence wingtip, which I think GeminiJets did a good job on the fence wingtip of the Airbus AC-21, along with your strobe light or landing light. Moving on to some wing details. So here's some wing details of the aircraft. You got the coastal fuel frost details right there, engine pylons and your flapjack fairings right there, ground spoilers and flight spoilers, leading edge, which are the slats, and the trailing edge, which are the flaps right there. I think GeminiJets really did a great job on the details of the wings right there. They are also you can see the ground spoilers. So that's one thing I do like about this model right here. And then moving on to the back, you got your two back antennas right there. You got your Wi-Fi dome, along with the US flag and the aircraft registration, November 582 Uniform Whiskey. Once again, flew on her back in June 2023, and I'm really glad to have a model out of her. Here's your L4 door. And then moving on to the empennage area of the aircraft, you got your APU along with the horizontal stabilizers, which contains part of the CSFF on the tails, and the PSA tail right there. Very iconic tail, I would say. Yeah, very iconic tail back in like the 70s and 80s, and once again, PSA, they were a very interesting airline, and kind of like, I'll call PSA Airlines the California's airline, because of its operating bases in San Diego. So that's one thing I like about PSA and how they're because they have a big hub in in San Diego, California. So really cool that PSA operates a lot of flights out of KSAN. And here's the front view of the aircraft. So as you can see, nice engine fan blade details. The main landing gear are looking very nice. I know the nose landing gear appears to be all stubby and all that, but hey, that's how GeminiJets does it, and I can't really complain too much. And then moving on to the starboard section of the aircraft. So here are your R doors right there. And then you got your forward cargo bin right there. And then moving on to the back here, you got your two cargo bins. Well, this is the half cargo bin, and this could be the bulk compartment right there. Now, if you guys are wondering which seat I was on while I was boarding that flight, well, if you guys are wondering what seat I was on while I was on that flight, I was on C23F. So C23F should be somewhere close to this R3 door right there. So kind of in between these windows right there is where C23F is. But other than that, it was still a very fun flight, and I'm really glad to fly on this American Airlines Airbus AC-21. Moving on to a top view of the aircraft, so let me just position her. So here's a top view of the aircraft, looking very nice with all your characteristics and details right there, like this red beacon light at the top. Moving on to the bottom section of the aircraft, we're gonna try to do this. So here's the bottom of the aircraft. You got your stand horn right there, along with some various details at the bottom. And then you also got your GeminiJets logo right there. Of course, no bottom antennas, which is quite reasonable on why GeminiJets decided to not put back antennas. And on the front, it should say AC-21 as well. Once again, some good details at the bottom. Moving on to the front section of the aircraft. So here's the front section. I also think the wings are kind of better compared to their previous molds. They kind of seem to have that ground flex configuration, excuse me. So great work GeminiJets on fixing the wings on this Airbus AC-21. And then moving on to the back side, I think the back side also looks fantastic as well. So great work GeminiJets on this model in 1/400 scale. Oh man, I just don't even have words, but I'm very happy to finally have a model of the aircraft I've flown on back in June 2023. And overall, it's going to be very nice for my collection, and I really don't have any words. It's a very awesome model, and I'm really glad to have it in model form. So looking forward to hopefully featuring this model in some of my airport updates. So yeah, it's going to be very awesome. I don't even have words. So yeah, it was very fun flying November 582 Uniform Whiskey. I had some nice memories there. It was a nice sunset, when we were taking off in Dallas. There was a very nice sunset, and then when we arrived in Sacramento at the night, it's just the airliner trip is done. I landed in Sacramento, and that's it. Airliners 2023 is over. So yeah, but other than that, it's really a memorable flight, I'll say. It's really fun, and I'm really glad to fly on an American AC-21 twice. So yeah, I also flown on 174 Uniform Whiskey, which is just an American Airlines standard livery with CFM engines. But other than that, great work GeminiJets, and I can't wait to feature this model in many of my airport updates. I'm eager to see if NG Models is going to do a take on this, and if they do, then I'll also get that one as well. So yeah, looking forward to that model if ever that comes. But other than that, this is still a great model, and I think GeminiJets did a fantastic job, as I said. So that is it for today's video. So with that being said, let's begin the conclusive portion, and we're gonna finish this video from here. So with that being said, let's get into that video. What a fantastic model from GeminiJets. I'm really fortunate to have them all of the exact aircraft I've flown on, and overall, I think GeminiJets did a great job on the Airbus A321neo mold. I think there's kind of like, well, not really neo, it's an A321 mold. But as I was saying, I think there's kind of like slight bit of improvement on this mold in particular. I think the ground flex configuration of the wings is one of them. I think they still need to work on the nose of the aircraft since it's still pointy. It shows off that pointy look. But other than that, can't really complain too much. I think this mold looks very fantastic, and yeah, really nice to have her in my collection, and I'm looking forward to her, as I said a couple of times, on featuring this model on some of my airport updates. Now, in terms of getting the PSA retro livery, I'm eager to see if I can try to get the NG version. Well, here's my plan for this particular plane in general. So I already have the GeminiJets version. I might try to snag the NG version if ever they do release it, so please NG models, please do this model, this PSA Retro, along with the other Retro Heritage deliveries on the A321. And I think I might also get the 1-100 counterpart by Gemini 200 because once again, it's a very special registration. I've flown on her, and overall, even though there's no like standard livery A321, at least this special livery will do since it's the exact registration I've flown on back in June 2023. So, other than that, no need to explain more from GeminiJets. I think their A321 mold is okay and good. I think there's like a little bit of improvement right here. So I think the GeminiJets mold on the A321 is good. And other than that, I'm looking forward to see what GeminiJets has to offer for those other two A321 Heritage. Well, US Airways was made way before that, but I'm talking about the other two. Like, I think it was Allegheny and Piedmont. Not sure when they're gonna release America West, but hopefully that's around the corner. But other than that, really happy with PSA, and I'm looking forward to getting some of the other retro heritage liveries on the A321 soon. So, that's it for today's video, so hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss a video like this anytime soon. And if you want to see more of my model plane unboxings, then you can click on that playlist, and you can check out all my model plane unboxings from there. I post a lot of great, amazing unboxing content, and I hope you guys enjoy those videos. So, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Anyways, good night.